remiss if we didn't talk about Michael K. Williams. Um, Unfortunately, earlier this month, the actor who most people know him for being Omar in The Wire passed away. He battled, addiction with drugs for many years. He's spoken up about this, but he's found dead in his Brooklyn apartment. People who are watching this podcast, you will see I'm wearing maybe one of the famous quotes that he had playing Omar. You come at the king, you best not miss. I'm wearing it on my T-shirt that I'm wearing today, and yeah, for me, this was shocking when I got the news. I know it was shocking. Bryan saw it. We were texting in a group chat about it. Michael K. Williams from the neighborhood I'm from, East Flatbush, Brooklyn, from the Vanderveer houses, and I think. You think of The Wire, you think of him. Omar is a lot of people's favorite character. And Michael K. Williams was a great actor past that. Chalky White on Boardwalk Empire, Montrose, recently in the name of the show is escaping me. Lovecraft Country, sorry.
Yeah.
From last
Which he got
year.
an award nomination
for. Yeah, so fantastic actor. I do not think of The Wire without him. So many great scenes in The Wire from this guy. So many great quotables, so much of the passion that he wrote about. Alan Sepinwall, who wrote All the Pieces Matter Around the Wire, he wrote a nice piece on him. I'm forgetting what publication that was in. And David Simon wrote something about him in New York Times, which I've yet to read, but I've heard is really good by a lot of people. But yeah, I think this really touched a lot of people who were fans of the show, fans of his work overall. A lot of people in the Black community, particularly who were fans of his work. So, I just want to say before we close the show, like salute to him for the art that he gave us. We kind of talked about this with Chadwick last year, but, also we never know what people are going through, what they are dealing with, the kinds of things they are battling. But, we got to give it up, big it up to him and his art and what he gave to us, especially with that character of Omar with The Wire. And I think it needs to be talked about that. Prior to that, the character of Omar on television, when The Wire came on the scene in 2002, there was no character like him. You've never seen a character like him, a gangster Black man who's also gay, robbing drug dealers in the streets of Baltimore. There was never anything like that. So salute to Michael Williams, East Flatbush legend. There will never be another like him, and we thank you for what you did and everything you gave us with The Wire and all that. Bryan, I don't know if you have anything to say on that, but I just wanted to salute that man, and obviously our condolences and, thoughts and everything go out to his family at this time. But grateful for what he gave us in the beautiful art form that is The Wire.
I'm hearing a lot of potentially the greatest TV character ever conversation going around with him, and I think that that's something that you would be able to touch on more than me because you experienced The Wire closer to real time than I did. But look, of all the shows that I've seen, of all the things that I've watched, and yeah, The Wire is still one of the first things I reference, and he's obviously the character that's probably most synonymous with that series and everybody else. Like, he's the hero, he's the guy that a lot of people love most. As you mentioned, he's a lot of people's favorite characters, so you can see how that touched people in a lot of different ways. I also want to read that David Simon piece because there was an anecdote that I've read aggregated from somewhere else that he apparently got him to act as Omar Little, Michael K. Williams, that is, one last time after The Wire. And there's like a story about all that involving Bunk, Wendell Pierce, too. So yeah, I want to read the full piece because that was very interesting that I found it there. And I just want to say, like, just people be careful. You know what I mean? Because this was reportedly an accidental overdose, and this came about 24 or so, maybe even a little less than 24 or so hours after Fuquan Johnson died, the comedian who I think is originally from New Jersey, but he was out in California, had a cocaine overdose, reportedly laced with fentanyl, killed him and two other people, and put another comedian who I follow and I very much enjoy, Kate Quigley, in critical condition. And she's since made it out and is recovering. And the weird thing was that I was listening to Joey Diaz's podcast, and Joey Diaz, one of my favorite comedians. Joey Diaz had Kate Quigley on that week and they had been talking about, like, they talk about everything. Whenever Kate Quigley's on with Joey Diaz, they talk about everything. And she had said, like, yeah, like, I still kind of do cocaine for like fun every now and then, but not really. And I'm paraphrasing, but she made it seem like she doesn't do it regularly, but like she's down. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And she almost paid the price for that. As she wrote on her Instagram, she, you know, didn't value her life at that moment, and will going forward. So I hope that people could also learn from this, and I hope that, because Michael K. Williams had talked about some of the demons that he's battled over the last few years. So I'm hoping that, like, his family's gonna be all right in the aftermath of this. But he was gone very soon, way too soon, at like 54. But he at least was able to live out like a full life to some extent, and has made an impact on an immense amount of people that I think are going to carry on his legacy, even though he's no longer physically here. So, salute to Michael K. Williams, who's a fantastic actor, not just in The Wire, but in many other projects, and is one of the signature actors that I think about of the last 20 or so years, truthfully. So, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic actor. Also did a lot for the community where he's from. Was doing a lot of activism work, especially around last year. So, salute to him. Like you said, gone too soon, 54, but he left us with a lot of gems. So,
Yeah.
you know, comes to The Wire, he was the king. And when it came to acting, he did not miss. That's for sure.